Luitingh Alexander Musical Theatre Academy brings talent to our industry and the industry to our talent.
Our close links with producers, agents, artists, directors and choreographers ensures that our students are informed and connected.
These theatre heavyweights all started somewhere and have risen to the top of their game. She's the darling of South African musical theatre and has stepped into the shoes of some of musical theatre's most iconic roles, including Maria in The Sound of Music, Kathy Selden in Singing in the Rain, Betty Schaefer in Sunset Boulevard, Sandy in Grease, and now Miss Honey in Matilda. This charming and graceful beauty epitomizes what it means to be a leading lady in today's triple threat arena. This is the LAMTA Lowdown with Bethany Dickson.
What made you want to become a performer?
Well, I grew up in a very theatrical family, lots of music and all of that growing up, singing around the piano. But I watched my mum performing on stage from when I was very little, and that definitely became a part of who I was. I often like to think it's pretty much in my DNA. I don't remember that a moment where I decided this was something I was going to do. It's something that happened to me, and it was definitely a dream that I desired and chased after, but I have found myself to be in a position where I've had these wonderful roles to play and found that this is the thing I'm going to be doing with my life for a while.
You've played a variety of characters from different genres of musical theatre. Who's been your favourite, and are there any roles on your wish list?
Goodness, it's hard to choose. I really have a soft spot for The Sound of Music, for Maria. I think it's just one of the roles you want to play if you are a performer in this industry. Well, a performer like me. There are so many roles I would love to play. There's The King and I would love to play Anna in The King and I would love to play Glinda in Wicked. I would love to play Fantine in Les Mis, but I would very happily be the barricade in Les Mis.
What are the pros and cons of touring life?
I really enjoy traveling and seeing the world and experiencing new cultures and new ways of doing things, and also how different audiences all over the world react to the production that you're in. It's also a wonderful new dimension to what you're doing. But there are definitely cons to traveling, leaving family, missing out on important occasions and events and those sorts of things, which make you a bit heavy-hearted. You know, those things are difficult, but I think it depends on the kind of person that you are as well. I'm very much a home person, and I love being at home and in my comfort zone and with my friends and family. So that, I think, is the biggest downside of touring.
You're a married mom of a gorgeous one-year-old boy. How do you juggle being a leading lady and a mother?
By taking it one day at a time. I said to someone the other day, probably 1 hour at a time at some point, or in some moments, because it just sometimes feels completely overwhelming, like it's too much. But then there are other times where I feel completely capable, and that this is something I can definitely do.
What advice would you give to someone starting out their training in the performing arts?
Without sounding too cliche, I would say to really watch and learn, and also to have realistic dreams and expectations for your career. So if you overshoot, you're just going to find yourself feeling disappointed with not succeeding, and it's not easy for anybody to succeed in this industry. A lot of it comes down to height. You know, a lot has got to do with your talent, obviously, and talent will get you places, but talent's not always the only thing that counts. So it's important to have realistic expectation and to work hard and just to keep your head down and focus.
Popcorn questions. Sally Bowles or Sally Brown?
Sally Bowles.
Sweet or salty popcorn?
Both.
Sound of Music or The Sound of Silence?
Sound of Silence.
Autographs or photographs?
Photographs.
Slippers or stilettos?
Stilettos.
The Luitingh Alexander Musical Theatre Academy is located in the beautiful, newly renovated Theatre on the Bay in Camps Bay, South Africa. LAMTA welcomes any student who wishes to take up full-time training in the performing arts.